Booth here, and I'd like to welcome you to the webinar this evening. It's a business overview, and we really appreciate you being here on the webinar. And we know your time's valuable, so we're only going to take 30 minutes of your time, or as near as we can to that. So it's really just wanting to give you an overview of this amazing opportunity that we have. Okay, let me just share my screen with you, and then we can get going. Okay. Right. Okay, the world is your oyster. It really is. And I think the most important thing is that, bear with me a second, right, okay, right. World is your oyster. The most important thing is that you actually have the opportunity here. It's a completely global opportunity. It's like any other thing that I've actually seen. And I've been in this industry for over 25 years now. And when something like this comes along, you really have to sit up and take notice. Why? Because it's only 5 years old. It's going from strength to strength. It's a global opportunity, which is really unusual for such a young company. And really, the world is your oyster. Whether you choose to do this is entirely yours. So we're just going to carry on and go through the presentation. And hopefully at the end of this, you will, be able to make some sort of decision, even if it's just to know more. Okay, you need to sit and look at where you are right this minute, right now. Do you have all the things that you want? Do you have that extra time with the family? Do you have the house you want, maybe the car you want? Do you have the resources to actually have those things? If you do, that's great. But if you're like so many of us out there who, we think and know that we deserve more. And this is really about taking control of your future rather than depending on what your boss thinks you're worth. And that means a lot to people. And we're going to show you through our mentoring how we work with this. We're Sue and Nigel Booth. Sue here tonight. Nigel's on another computer doing the technical bit. We've been in the business networking industry for 25 years. We've earned a huge amount of money, and we were with 19 years with one company. We do training calls. So these are the sort of things that you can expect from us to help and guide you. So training calls, webinars such as this, to help you present the opportunity to people that you want to become involved with, and just until you get comfortable with doing it yourself. We do three-way prospecting calls, which is really fantastic because it means that actually it takes you out of the picture. People, make a decision. They don't know me or Nigel, but it makes it much, much easier to share the opportunity. It's about personal development too, coaching and mentoring. All these things come from learning skills that we've developed over the years. And so that's what we bring to the table. Jeunesse provides something different. They have an absolutely astonishing back office support. They have amazing social media innovation, but they've also got award-winning technology. They just win award after award for all sorts of innovation that they bring to the table. So tonight we're going to talk to you about the company background, the products, the way we get paid, and the potential and how you can take advantage of it. Excuse me. Okay, these are our founders, Randy Ray and Wendy Lewis. Independently wealthy people already. And when they started this company 5.5 years ago, just 5.5 years ago, they have now become the #1 company in momentum. It's a global business, as I said before, and it's set to do $1 billion in turnover this year. Now, their background is that they've been in the industry for over 20 years, but on the software side of it, they've actually been developing the software for other companies. So they know what works, they know what doesn't work. and they also know how important it is to make sure that the distributors actually earn the money that they are entitled to. So we have a great foundation with this fabulous couple. We're now in, this is already, guys, was that you? My apologies. We're in 100 countries originally. We're up to 115. I've been told yesterday we're into 120. So we're not looking at a kind of just a backyard business. We're looking at something that the slides aren't moving on. Okay. Okay, bear with me a second. I believe we have an issue. My apologies. Bear with me. May have to start this again. Bear with me, guys. Okay. Right, my apologies for that. I may have pressed the incorrect screen, so my apologies, as I say. Let's just make sure that we are actually sharing this now properly. Okay, I'm going to share you again my screen. Okay, going back to this, the world is your oyster. We welcome you tonight to this webinar, and I'm just going to have to repeat what I've just said, so my apologies. We have an amazing opportunity here, and it's designed around a company that's so young but is going places big time. And it's not just a backyard company. It's something that you can develop globally, all over the world. It's just astonishing. And we would like to just really go through this with you. So look at where you are right now. Do you actually have everything you want in your life? Time with the family, and do you live in the house that you want to live in, the car you want? Do you have those resources to actually buy those things and get those things? If you do, that's fantastic. But if you're like so many of us out there who think and know that we deserve more out of everything, this is about taking control of your future rather than depending on what your boss thinks you're worth. As I said, we're Sue and Nigel Booth. Nigel's on the other computer doing the technical bits and pieces. We've been in business, in networking business, for over 25 years. And in those 25 years, we've learned a huge amount of things. We've learned what to do and what not to do. And we know it's so essential that you have the support if you're joining a team. We do training calls for you, much like this. We do one on a Thursday, which is about nuts and bolts of personal development and the company, kind of tips and of the trade, if you like, for those of you who are new to the business. We do webinars like this for business opportunity meetings, so that you don't have to do that scary thing of introducing it to yourself when you're brand new to the business. We do three-way prospecting calls. That's really important, and the reason that's so important is because it takes it away from you. It doesn't mean that they're making a decision based on your relationship with that person. They rarely know the other person, so the me or Nigel. So we're unimpeachable. It's personal development. You learn a huge amount over the years, and we have learned a huge amount. It's actually quite mind-blowing how much you learn over learning what to do and what not to do. But it's also about coaching on mentoring. If you mentor someone, you can actually see them grow and develop as they blossom almost. That's what we provide, and that's what we bring to the table. What Jeunesse provides is an exceptional back office support system. So when you register, you actually register to get your own web domain within the personalized web page. It's got your back office. It's got everything you need to run your business. It's got a shop, so that you can actually send people to your site, so that you can do it online for what if that's what you want to do. They are really innovative when it comes to social media. We have something called J Social and J Office and J Mobile. And it's all developed around the Twitter, Facebook, all those things that are so important now in developing business. But they've got award-winning technology, and that really makes them stand out from the rest of the companies out there. So tonight, as I said, we're going to cover the company background, the products, the way we get paid, and the potential of how you can take advantage of it. These are our founders, Randy Ray and Wendy Lewis, husband and wife team. They've been in the business around about 20 years. They're independently wealthy already. They developed a piece of software and hardware for NASA, and it's still used to this day. So that's earned them millions already. So they weren't looking to build another company, but I'll tell you the story in a little while. They are now the #1 company in momentum. We're 5.5 years old, which is really unusual. You know, so many businesses go bust within those first few years. This is a global business, and it's set to do 1 billion this year, which if that happens, and if we're sure it will, we're on target for this happening, that will make us the fastest growing company ever to have reached $1 billion. So it's the right place, the right company, and we're going to show you really what we've got to offer. We're now in over 115 countries. I was told yesterday it was 120. So it means that you have the opportunity to develop your business wherever you see or wherever we are have registration there. And we've got around about 35 offices around the world. And these aren't in big countries. These are in the less developed countries as a way of supporting them within, you know, kind of a restricted economy, I guess. So you have a fabulous opportunity for, you know, not, as I say, the hugely wealthy countries. We're talking about, you know, Indonesia, Mexico, all these countries that people wouldn't consider maybe thinking about going into business. So if you know people out there, you can sponsor them. And it's a fabulous opportunity. It's going crazy out there. So it's all based around the Luminess and the youth enhancement system. Luminess is their skincare range, and this was developed when Randy went to see a doctor about a problem he had with his knee, and he was having some stem cell treatment on his knee. And the gentleman, Nathan Newman, who I'll mention in a little while, had a serum up on the shelf, and he said, well, what's that? And he said, well, it's exactly the same sort of thing that's going into your knee, but it's in a serum, so it means that you can actually put it on the skin. And he developed a whole line around that that technology. So it's about rejuvenation. It's trying to, you know, redefine youth. So it's about the defense, looking at the defending your system as well. And we have Reserve for that. Reserve is a fabulous antioxidant in a little sachet, which is designed to help combat free radical damage that happens through the environment. It's such a simple product to take, and you take either 1 or 2 a day, depending on how you want to, how you need it to be for you. And it's so simple, you can take it wherever you want. And then we go into the restoration. And we have a product called Finity, which is a real, very top-class product, which actually, unfortunately, we can't have at the moment in the UK and Europe, but because they've got a restriction on products, so it's just been taken off for a short time. But it's designed to develop and mend the telomeres. Telomeres are the end of your DNA, effectively. So it actually restores that DNA at the end. So Nigel always kind of likens it to a shoelace end, an egglip, I think it's called, or at the end. And when they get old, they fray, and that's when all the damage starts to happen, and you can't put your shoelace together, you know that. So this is designed to restore that end little piece that actually keeps everything working as it should. And then we have Zen. Now Zen is just, it's in the States and Canada already. and going great guns. We're having fantastic results with it. And it's a holistic product. It's designed to work in harmony with your body to create better muscle tone and actually reduce fat. So it's not initially a weight loss product. I'm sure some weight loss does happen, but it's designed to change the ratio of fat to muscle. So it's really doing fantastic work out there. But it's also going to be launched here in the next few months. We don't know when. It's just going through its certifications in Europe and in the whole of Europe. So we're really excited about that arriving very soon. And then AM/PM is designed to enhance your system. So by enhancing your system, what does that really mean? Well, AM and PM is designed as you obviously associate it with one, you take tablets in the morning and you take tablets in the evening. One's designed to give you clarity of mind in the morning, get your body working properly, get your metabolism going. And then in the evening, it's designed to wind you down and relax you and give you a great night's sleep. And you know, there's a huge amount of problems with people sleeping. The less people sleep for such a short amount of time, they don't function properly. So, and then we have our fabulous product at the end, which is Instantly Ageless, and that's there to diminish lines and bags under the eyes, any wrinkles. So anything that sags, bags, and drags, that's what you put on that, and it's absolutely astonishing. It's gone crazy over the internet. So if you've come because of that product, then you've got great store in front of you. It's fabulous. So Nathan Newman is he's on our medical advisory board, and he is the world leader in stem cell technology formulation. And I should just put you clear on this. It doesn't have human stem cells in. It has 200 growth factors. And the growth factors are the mechanics, if you like, of regeneration. And that really is what is in the products that gets the results so fantastically. And we have so many testimonies about this. The Luminesse line, we've got a complete range. So we've got the night cream, the cellular regeneration serum, the I can't get my mouth around this, youth restoring cleanser, essential body renewal, ultimate lifting mask, and daily moisturizing complex. Each of these products, except for the cleanser, has the stem cell technology within that. So it's constantly looking after and regenerating your skin. And whatever you do, please, please, please take a photograph before you start using any of the products, because in 30 days you will notice a difference. There's no doubt about it. Again, it's quite astonishing. And we have a fabulous range of third-party laboratory studies, and they're really important because it's not us saying it, it's not Jeunesse saying it, it is a third-party laboratory. And they tested a range of people, and 100% of them, and this is, I think, fabulous to know, that 100% would recommend the products to family and friends. And 87% said their skin looked younger, they felt an improvement in the smoothness, and 74% felt an improvement in skin firmness. So those are really important things to have as you're in your armory. And look at the photographs. We get photographs sent in constantly. So before and after pictures. And so this is, you can see on the top here, and this is just a small selection. There are lots and lots of pictures. You've just got to Google before and after Luminesse, and you'll see the results yourself. So this is, you know, kind of fine lines and wrinkles, and just the difference. It's very visible, the difference in the lady's eye on the right as opposed to the left. And here we have someone who's a lot younger, who seems to have a real problem with acne, and whether that's hormonal or systemic, there's lots of different things that can cause it. And the difference within 30 days. People shout about it because they get results, and it's nice to find something that actually works. Instantly Ageless, this is the one that everyone's been talking about. It's, if you haven't heard it, you're going to see it in just a few seconds, but it's the most amazing little product. It's a box of 25 of these little vials, or if you're in the States and Canada, you will have the 50 sachets. It's exactly the same amount in each in total, but it's designed slightly differently. So you can reseal these little vials as well, which is great. So you just take a small amount, dab it on your eyes, any bagging areas or wrinkled areas that you want to address, and it sorts it out. What I'm going to show you, it lasts for about 8 to 10 hours as well, which is terrific. So let me show you a short video. You may have seen it, you may not. Well, okay. Oh, whoops, beg your pardon, guys. Let me, okay. It's not going through. Bear with me a second. Are you online? Okay. So stuck here. Okay, go into. Oh. Now you can see what all the fuss is about. It's gone viral big time. There are thousands and thousands of different videos on webinars and on YouTube. It's just astonishing. So there's a huge opportunity there. This is Reserve. This is one of my favorite products. There's a little sachet of gel, 30 mils of gel, but it's really great because it's so easy to use and it's absorbed very quickly into your system. So you just tear off the strip on the top and squirt it into your mouth. You can put it in the fridge to keep it nice and cool. You can put it in a shake if you want. You can do all sorts of things with it. So it's a fabulous product and is one of my favorites for sure. Even my grandson likes it. Okay, AM/PM Essentials. This is what I mentioned earlier, and it's designed to activate your body in the morning and get your clarity, get some momentum into your life in the morning. Just gets you going. So it helps with your metabolism. And then in the evening, you take the PM Essentials, and they're basically a blend of vitamins and minerals, but they're designed to work in harmony with your system. So it actually starts to regulate your body that much more. So if you do have trouble sleeping, this is a fabulous product to have. And it's designed to really slow you down in the evening and get a proper good night's sleep. And I have a husband who sleeps maybe 4 or 5 hours a night on average. When I insist he takes it, he sleeps like a log. So it's very good, keeps him quiet too. Okay, this is Zen Body, and this is what I was telling you about. We're waiting with bated breath here and all looking forward to it, coming to the UK and Europe. It's a combination of 3 products. So we have Zen Fit, which is an amino acid drink, and this is a pre-digested amino acid. So your body accepts it very much more readily, and you mix it into a bottle of water. It doesn't dissolve fully. It's just held in suspension. But you just shake it up and you just sip it. Tastes delicious. Amino acids are very naturally sweet, so it's it's quite a sweet product. It helps people drink more water, because it's nice to drink tasty water without all the added sugars and rubbish that they tend to put in these flavored waters. Zen Shape is designed to help with your thermogenic side of it. So it increases the thermogenics within your system, so it means your body will burn fat quicker. It's designed to burn fat. It also helps regulate your blood sugar levels. And by doing that, it's working, your body's working that much better. And then the protein shake, the Zen Pro, we've got 2 flavors, chocolate and dream, but you don't have to stick chocolate and vanilla. You don't have to stick to just those 2 flavors. You can add coffee into it. You can, if that's what you want, or you can add some fruit into it. Be aware of the sugar content of the fruit you're using. But it's not designed as a meal replacement. It's designed as a protein to actually help promote lean muscle and help with dropping the fat as well. So if you use those in combination, the results are astonishing. One of our corporate team, Barbara, her daughter of 27, from November to April, she lost 37 kilos, and she's a tall girl, very tall, but she's, for the first time ever, she'd had a problem with weight all her life. First time ever, she said, I haven't dieted, I've felt so healthy, and she said it's just been fantastic. Oh, I've just lost my screen. Can you say something?
Hi guys, can you, Nigel here, can you just let us know if you're receiving this all right? You might even be able to see me as I see the camera lights come on. I'm going to move on to the compensation system in a moment. We don't actually know if you're hearing us or not right now, so perhaps somebody could post something in the chat box if you are getting this or not, as the case may be.
Okay. No one says. Can you hear me? Can you ask it?
Can you ask if someone could you just plug into the chat box whether you can hear us all right? Okay, I'm going to go on anyway and talk about the compensation system. And really, Jeunesse offers opportunities for anybody, regardless of the kind of income they're actually looking to achieve, and based on the amount of time that people can put in. Because one of the things that happens a lot in networking is people come into the network marketing industry in order to actually add a bit of income. They're not looking necessarily to create world-shattering amounts of additional income in the short term, which is actually not easy to do anyway. But what they are looking for is that little bit of extra money, which is really designed to work within the Jeunesse compensation plan very, very easily. And actually, there's a really interesting number, which is that most people who are looking for that, just that little bit of extra income, are really only looking for somewhere between £100 and £200 a month. call that $300 or $400 a month. And the reason for that is quite simply because, you know, most people are looking for a little bit extra. What actually generally happens is that little bit extra turns into a full-time income. I'm just going to hand you back to Sue, who's going to try and share this for you.
Hi guys, so bear with me a bit. We're really, I don't know what happened here. We've okay, I've got me now. Let me share my screen again. So my apologies for this. Don't know what happened. It just clicked off. Okay, so we've got 6 streams of income. We've got a retail profit, new customer acquisition bonus, team commissions, leadership matching bonus, customer acquisition incentive, and leadership pool bonus. And we're just going to go through those. Obviously, the retail profit, once you've actually registered, you can purchase at wholesale, and you can make a retail profit from the suggested retail price. If people purchase from your website, then it automatically gets put into your wallet, and you can actually draw that down as and when you need it. We also have something called Get to Preferred Customers, and it's paid for you. They believe that it's nice to reward people who are loyal to them. So if you register someone as a preferred customer and they go on an auto ship, the customer gets a 20% discount. But if you get 2 customers per month on auto ship, then they will send you 2 cellular regeneration serums, and they will send you $50 as well, which is quite pleasant. And there's no reason you can't do that every single month, and it will be, you know, you get a plethora of serums. Okay, new customer acquisition bonus. This is really where you can start earning some really good money. We have different packages that are available, and the packages available within the UK in the first 7 days are the basic pack, which actually has 100 points to it, what we call CV. Anyone introducing someone who actually has that would actually get a $25 bonus. And then you can upgrade after your 7 days to a Supreme package or an Ambassador. The rest of the world has most of these packages, so and it is different in each individual country. So you need to check where you're actually going to be sponsoring people. But you can earn from anything from $25 up to $250, depending on which package they purchase. So you can see all of a sudden how $1,000 is not too difficult to achieve. You just need to learn how to do it, and that's really why we do these webinars, so that we actually help people make those decisions yourself. Okay, you also get team commissions. Now this is quite exciting. Team commissions are when you sponsor, you register, you spend your basic package, get your basic package, and you need to have actually purchased 100 in volume. And this volume is what really switches on the distributor, it makes you into a distributor itself. Then the first thing you need to do is go and find yourself 2 people. So we found Joe, who also does 100. He's done his basic package. And then Anne, who does her basic package. And so they've both done 100 PV. That makes you then an executive. Okay, and so Anne's now decided that she's going to go crazy with it, and she's going to sponsor Ria and Tom. And they've both done 100 PV. And so that makes Anne an executive. And then Ria and Tom, and obviously Joe's going to get going eventually, but Ria and Tom sponsor Mary, Sue, Liz, and Roy. And they've all done 100 PV. So that means that you are an executive, Anne is an executive, Ria and Tom is an executive as well. And so it progresses. Now every time that happens, every time the computer looks for 300, which is the green, so that's 100 in CV, 300 in CV, and 600, which is the analogy we got in the red, it automatically sends you $35. Now that doesn't sound a huge amount, does it, $35? But you're actually allowed to do as many of those, not as many, you can earn up to 750 of those team commissions. So that's what we call a cycle, and you can earn up to 26 and 250 per week. Now we're talking per week there, so that's 105,000 per month. Okay, we also have leading matching bonuses, and these are really designed to help you progress up from the left to the right, and the further you go on the right, the more you're going to be earning. So everyone starts as an associate. You then, once you've actually activated your account, you become a distributor. So that means that you've done your 100 PV, and then once you've sponsored 2 people with 100 CV each, then that creates the executive. Then you've just really got to move up. You've just got to do the same again, the same again. So it's just very simple to do. So it's nothing unusual, nothing fancy. You just repeat, repeat, repeat. Customer acquisition incentive. They really know that customers are the lifeblood of any business, and they give an additional 5% customer incentive on your first level if you've got 5 retail customers, preferred customers, or wholesale customers. And then you can also access another 10% if you've got retail customers. So they're just giving you more and more back, which is really unusual. We've also got a diamond pool, and that seems bonus pool, and that seems a long way away, I'm sure, at the moment. But the company have given 3%, will give 3% of the company's volume, which is paid quarterly to qualified diamond directors. And so there are obviously stipulations that you have to qualify this in a certain way, but really that can be a huge part of your income already. And as a diamond, you will be earning around about $1 million a year anyway. So you're probably going to be very, very happy with that little extra 3%. They also have other bonuses. There's lots of customer incentives, lots of trips to work towards, and there's just one at the moment. I know quite a few people who've actually won trips to go to Singapore in September. Sometimes it includes flights. It all depends how you've qualified. There's also personal training. There's also conferences, and conference this year is the big one in September in Singapore, and just to really prove what a global opportunity it is, they're looking between 18 and 20,000 people to attend. That's going to be mind-blowing, to say the least. So that's really kind of the business as it is. These are the product. This is the product range that you can see in front of you for the moment, and I'm sure there'll be new ones added. There's usually one launched every time at the convention, so it'll be exciting to see what that is. But you really need to sit back and kind of go back over what we've said. So with the company background, we covered the products, the way you get paid, and the potential and how you can actually take advantage of it. Now, this is probably the most important section. But you know that you can do it. If you know you can do it, and probably with a bit of help from other people, it's quite daunting starting your own business. But if you're not in business for just by yourself, you've got someone there to help you and guide you, then it makes life easier. But is it that house you want? Is it that big house in the bottom left-hand corner? Or was it just those red soled shoes on the right you wanted? Whatever you want, it is achievable. Whether it's holidays, more time with the family, the fancy car, the lovely Rolex, trips to wherever, it's all on your plate. The world is your oyster. It's just fabulous opportunity. So what do you do next? Okay, well, I guess the first thing that you need to make a decision. If someone has invited you onto this call to have a look at this, then you need to let them know what your decision is. It's only fair. So you then need to decide that you need to connect with your why you would like to do this. And I guess setting your goal would be really sensible, setting the goal of what you want to achieve out of it. And then sitting down and creating your list. And it's not just writing a list of the top people you know, it's about writing a list of everyone you know. And the reason being that the ones you think will, won't, and the ones you think won't, will. I don't understand why, but it happens like that. You also need to share that list with the person who invited you onto the call, and also us. We're upline of you, and we're going to help you do this. So we can help you connect with your list. So positioning yourself is really important. To get registered is $23.72 in the UK, and I can't remember what the exact amount is in dollars for the States, but it's very similar over there. You get your personalized retail website in there. You get your back office. You get all the information that you can possibly imagine. It's just everything's there ready, waiting for you. Nothing's hidden. You then need to decide what sort of package, and you need to decide on the package that actually will suit your needs. So the basic package actually is the one that will activate your position. So that will actually establish you as a distributor. A Supreme package, for instance, will qualify you to be paid as a Pearl for 60 days. And as an Ambassador package, that will qualify you to be paid as a Sapphire for 180 days. Now that's 6 months. 6 months to be paid at a higher level to enable you to work towards that level of achievement. So in my view, that is the most effective option and the best place to be. So you've got a package, Ambassador pack in front of you here. There's a couple of items that aren't quite on there yet, which are the Instantly Ages. This is an old photo. But it gives you enough to use, to show people, to share with people, and to sample as well. So it's the most effective option, and you know, kind of, it's, as I say, it's more product selection, it's the best price option, and the fact that you'll be paid as a Sapphire level for 180 days, i.e. 3 levels down, is also the fantastic option. So get registered with the person who invited you onto the webinar tonight, select a package that suits your needs, and then choose who you'd like to partner with. The most important thing is to try and get active as soon as possible, to work with your sponsor and us to become executive in the very next few days. The sooner you do that, then the sooner you actually can move forward and develop your business. Then all you have to do is do it all over again. I apologise for the few delays and problems we've had tonight, so my apologies. I'd also like to let you know of one other. Let me just stop sharing for a moment and go back to this. Okay, hi. So I'd like to share with you one other thing that's happening very soon in London. And if you know anybody in the London area, then this is something that they should come and have a look at. It's Saturday, August the 8th, and it's at the Hilton Metropole Hotel, which is in Edgware Road. The nearest tube station is Edgware Road, and it's right on the corner of there, so as soon as you come out, it's right in front of you. It's a 10:30 for 11 o'clock start. Anyone you know who would be interested in coming and having a look, get in touch with us, get in touch with us to actually look after them for you if you're unable to be there. As distributors, it costs $10 to register for that, and you can do that through your back office. But it is free to guests as well. So it's from 11 o'clock till 2 o'clock. So we look forward to seeing you there and hopefully working with you too. Thank you so much for being on the call tonight. Bye.